Let's talk Tesla now. The rally taking a breather today. Shares down 1.5% after new data showed deliveries from its Shanghai factory fell for the second month in a row. Yet our guest trader tonight, Danny Moses, who's been short Tesla at various times since 2016, isn't betting against it right now. And for the viewer, you're constantly trading, so keep us updated on where you are.
Listen, I first got into the trade after the Solar City deal was done in kind of late 2016 into 2017, thinking that, wow, it was an awful deal. I'm going to get into the stock now short, off and on for the last few years. The first quarter this year, when they reported,
who was the CEO of Solar City at the time?
His cousin.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. We won't go to. He won that court case also.
Okay.
Right. So fast forward to the first quarter this year. It had just started to trade on fundamentals for the first time in a long time. It was hanging around $140, $150. Right. So you felt like, okay, the quarter was bad. Right. What happened? Promise of autonomous day in August, which ended up getting pushed out to October. Flies to China to get some regulatory relief on certain things. And lo and behold, attaches himself to Trump to make all the other stuff go away. When the story moves from non-fundamental to technical and those nature, that's when I leave a story. And we talk about it on the podcast a lot, giving updates there. But to people that are listening now, it's very difficult, certainly to short a name that is not trading on fundamentals. It's also hard to go long a name when it's all on promises. And I'll say this about Musk. He's promised shareholders things in the past that never came to fruition, was given the benefit of the doubt. He's now talking about cutting $2 trillion, from the U.S. budget, being able to basically improve the budget. And you're not going to be able to do that. So it's one thing to mess with shareholders. It's another, in my opinion, to mess with the American citizen. So we'll see. But it feels like it's moving from the corporate world, right, into the US.
Don't mess with America, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to go there a little bit just to round that out.
Well, I mean, the question is, does Elon Musk want to take away a lot of the safety net services of people who can't even afford Teslas? You know what I mean? I just think this is an uncharted territory where we are right now. It's one thing to take Dick Cheney, who is the CEO of Halliburton, and put him in that sort of seat. And, it's a very transparent sort of thing. What's going on with this Doge is going to be it's not going to be particularly transparent.
This is interesting because it does go back to a trade, because you think about who this alienates in terms of Tesla buyers, right? And so for everybody who loves where Elon Musk stands, there's probably somebody else who doesn't. It's on the opposite side.
It's, that might be true for like a Coca-Cola, or we talk about brands that have alienated. I'm not certain that holds water in terms of Tesla and their base. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. And quite frankly, I don't even know if it's about auto sales anymore anyway. So I get what you're saying, but I don't think that moves the needle.
Think about this. Other than this comp package thing that happened yesterday, the only court case that Musk really ever lost was that he was forced to buy Twitter, right? What happened when he bought Twitter? Only good things happened for him because he used it as a platform to spread whatever kind of information to get what he wanted. And every single investigation that might have been going on is now gone. But to Dan's point, you should be concerned as a U.S. consumer, if you get approved for FSD when it's still supervisory, it's a danger. And that's not a Tesla comment. That's just in general. So that's the stuff I'm watching for now. It has nothing to do with the Tesla stock.
Well, again, we know there are industries and the auto sector. The irony here is that actually the big three, or maybe the big two now, don't necessarily love what should be support of Detroit. And again, I know it sounds crazy, but removing EV subsidies and making it more expensive to build an EV car is not good news for GM, who's not given any credit for their ICE business. So GM shareholder, I actually think some of this is sentiment that will just work its way through. But, and look at the steel sector today. I mean, there's all these conversations about keep it in America, build it in America, no foreign partners for America. Not great always.
Hey, really quickly, I know Mel wants to move here. They also want to cut the CFPB. So we're talking about autos. We're talking about this sort of thing. There's a lot of implications if you cut that. That is meant to protect consumers from financial, fraud or whatever.
Exactly.